Hey guys, hope you are actually liking these daily uploads. I'm trying to just spam record, spam edit as quickly as I can and upload them for you guys to see. As you'll notice, there has been no videos on the new skins so far. That's because I'm trying to get the main important ones, that's essentially overall and what's happening in the future before I actually do the actual battle pass. But bear with me, hopefully by the time this is recorded and posted to you guys, the day after or the day after that, Koga should be out. So hopefully that's absolutely fine with you guys. I'm trying to be as quick as I can because I'm trying to get as much videos, the important ones, out of the way. So it doesn't really annoy me essentially. But anyways, we're gonna get straight onto the video. Hey guys, it's Shye and welcome back to another daily upload. And today we're going to be talking about the future champion that's coming out in February, which is Yagorath, or whatever his name might be. And today we got a few teasers, and I'm actually searching up Creeper's channel because he received a post from them, and it's a message, I believe, from Valera maybe, and her hair. And he had some speculation, so I'll leave a link down below if you want to watch his video and to see his full description. But I'm just going to be reading on what the letter said and just get my general opinions. But that's going to be towards the end, not just now. But first I want to talk about what just happened 4 days ago, and that is when Paladins actually released its third teaser for Yagorath, or whoever he may be. And the picture's on screen right now. Whenever I talk about something, there'll be screens, quotes, etc. so you guys can see for yourself, and I'll just be reading off them. So first it says an awakening and a hunger for destruction, and you see him, I believe it's on the moon. If you do remember Io's trailer, you actually see the darkness hitting the moon and then essentially it's scattered to Earth and then people evacuating. Again, it's on the screen so you guys can see, and that's the first thing I thought of when I saw it. And you can see like the darkness, the monsters in the ground. I'm going to talk about what I think about that towards the end when I see the full teasers, because I have some speculation about his abilities and what he does, and probably his ultimate as well, which is all going to be a guess, but we just don't know yet. The next thing I did see afterwards, when 3 days ago from now, another teaser appeared, so it's the daily teasers, and it says, my precious harbinger began what I will finish. I cannot be stopped, which is absolutely amazing. And then you see a monster figure, kind of what Vora, the harbinger, of course, like that's what she's wielding, she's holding. She is what I would say, she's at the beginners, and then Yagorath is the finisher. So Yagorath is there to finish off what she started, and that is to bring darkness around to the realm essentially. And funny thing is, if you remember when I was doing the Turn of Pyra battle pass, when I was talking about the 4 teasers with the 4 like kind of like mosaic looking arts, I was talking about how hi-rez or even Moja are potentially leading onto the end of Paladins. And could that be right? Maybe. I have no clue. That was a whole guess. And looking at it and seeing the teasers, seeing what people are thinking, I feel like my speculation could be right, but we have no clue. And for this, I saw that he had some sort of like sword that is attached to his arm, so it kind of has like, maybe he can morph, who knows, he can morph it into like has a blade on his arm. I'm trying to remember a game that this reminds me of, but I do not remember. If I do somehow remember it, you might see a name pop on screen. If not, sadly I can't tell you, but that's what it kind of reminds me of. And you see the eyes popping out. Maybe he can control it, he can go underground, whatnot. We have no clue, but we'll talk about that afterwards. The next teaser that came out the day after, it says that the outcome will always be the same, no matter the timeline, relating to Atlas essentially. So whatever Atlas does, Yagorath will always win. And it says, I am the beginning of the end. And then you have the art of essentially the right. I think that's town of Ceres, maybe. I'm not too sure. I might be wrong. Do let me know in the comments below. This is all what I think. I could be really wrong, could be right. I have no clue, but I definitely would like to see what you guys think in the comments below. I'm really interested, like really interested. And we see him essentially destroying the realm, which is crazy. And when I saw this, I was like, holy crap, like Yagorath is going to destroy everything. And all because essentially like Vora chose the darkness. And I feel like Vora probably released Yagorath in this jail. If you remember, I believe it was, I think it's Hercules, when I think there were people trying to release some darkness. I don't remember exactly, but I feel like this kind of had some sort of link to that, but obviously Hercules defeated it, so who knows. And then the last one, which I find quite funny, is you see Pepper, Pip and Moji getting slain by Yagorath. So this could be the end of Moji and Pip. If Moji's died, that's fine by me. But it says that many have united against me, only to be consumed together, which is like, every time I think about it, I was like, this is absolutely crazy. It reminds me of in Smite, the lizard, I think it's called Jormungandr. I think it's called Jormungandr in Smite, and he has his abilities like do like cosmic spit. Some people use his essentially his body as like an earthquake to hit people, and he could go underground, kind of go stealthy and hit people. He obviously can't go through buildings, but he can go underground so people can't see it, and he pops out and deals damage. For some reason I have this, there might be a link between that god and this champion. I'm not 100% sure, but definitely do let me know what you think about what his abilities might be. I feel like his abilities might be like bringing his claw from the ground and then smash it in a line of direction. Any champion in the way will get hit for like, let's say 800 damage, 1000 damage, who knows. And it's like an AoE effect. This is what I'm thinking, but in terms of abilities now, one thing the abilities could be is one of them being a sort of like escape ability, so he could go underground, and apparently it's a tank as well, which is obvious. He can't be a damage with that size. So I feel like he go underground, maybe heal for a percentage of health, use the darkness to essentially help him. His passive ability could be darkness like Vora. Every time he hits champion, he gets consumed with the darkness, and then when he uses the ability, essentially consumed, and when it's full, he can deal extra damage. Another ability could be with him probably even grabbing enemies and stunning them for a certain amount of time, and either throwing them or even bringing them closer to him to deal a bit more damage. Fernando's ability, before they changed it, used to be like a lasso. He could bring them closer to him to burn them to dust. Could be same with Yagorath, I'm not 100% sure. There was a data mine with his abilities and stuff, but I never believed them. I think they're just complete BS. So I don't actually listen to them. I just wait for the champions to be revealed, and I know what the actual abilities are. Sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong. And I feel like he starts off small. With his ultimate, however, I feel like he becomes really big, like Cthulhu in Smite. And then he can use his arms, his tentacles. He has projectiles maybe to shoot and hit his targets. His health increases like Makoa's. Essentially, you challenge Yagorath. Makoa can't challenge Yagorath, by the way. And yeah, that's what I feel like when I saw the teasers. This is what I think that can happen, and this is why I say this is the end of Paladins, personally. But now looking at creepers, and I believe there's also more teasers from other YouTubers, which I will leave a link down below if you want to look at it. But we're going to read what it says for creepers. So he received a little pouch with a locket of hair that could be Valera's apparently. And it says Valera, who tamed mountains and felled dragons, rose up once again to defend the realm. She met the beast in battle, trading blow for blow with the behemoth, but to no avail. I think the locket the pouch is covering it, but I think it says even she was overwhelmed by the endless maw. So Valera, I said, who tamed mountains and fell dragons, couldn't even defeat Yagorath herself. That says something. That actually says something. So this is a crazy end battle. And do you guys also think there could be a, who knows, maybe a, what's it called? I'm trying to remember the name. An event, that's it. Do you think there could be an event when you go into the town of hi-rez and try to stop Yagorath? Yagorath is the big boss, and then you team up with Valera and try to stop Yagorath. He has a base health of like 10, like maybe 100,000. You have to try and defeat them, and you have to, I think there might be only magistrates maybe, or paladins. I'll keep forgetting the houses, so if I'm wrong, do tell me. And you have to defeat Yagorath, and if you don't, he destroys the whole town of hi-rez, defeat the realm, and you die, and you lose. And if you do, you save the realm. It'll be a really cool event if they include that in there, but do let me know what you think in the comments below. I am definitely interested for all your opinions. Hopefully I'm able to get this out tomorrow. But anyways, so before I actually finish off my sentence, whatever I was gonna say, this is future me talking. So I literally just recorded the Yagorath teasers before the trailer came out, and as I was about to edit it and get some images as reference so I can fully edit the actual video, I just came across the Yagorath trailer, and apart from the trailer being the best trailer that they ever made, it is beautiful, the art is stunning, everything about the storyline is amazing, and I'm proud they outdid themselves this year. For 2021, they're outdoing themselves already, and it's not even, we haven't even properly started January yet. We're a week in as I'm recording this, but they did really well. I love the teaser and I really love the trailer, so I'm hoping that the actual gameplay is just as good, because now we have high expectations for Yagorath. So I'm watching the trailer and I'm watching some of his abilities being presented, and I realized I was entirely wrong with all of it, and I want to kind of refrain myself of what I'm about to say. So it looks like Yagorath, she has, and yes, it's a she, which surprises a lot of people, and she has abilities that doesn't involve going in the ground, but it does remind me of I think his name's Jormungandr, and I'm going to show a picture on screen what he looks like and why I think that is because Jormungandr, if I'm correct, has a poison spit, which Yagorath does as well, and I saw on Lex that the spit kind of latched onto him and it looks like it poisons them, and I think apart from Shye, it's the only one that has a poison, and it's an actual green poison that covers, so she spits on the target. Another ability that I saw was the fact that she uses like a hard scaling in front of her to shield, kind of like a barrack shield, but I think she used it as like her how do I explain this, but it looks like a Titan from Attack of Titans, when you can essentially use like yourself as armor. So I have a feeling that's what Yagorath can do as well. So she places like hard scalings in front of her, like in a narrow wall, they can't go over it, can't pass it, and it blocks a certain amount of damage for a certain amount of time. Makes sense, because as she's a tank as well, she needs some sort of protection. Like Torvald, all the tanks have some sort of protection, so they don't get the actual hit points damage. So that's what I presume. So I have the poison, I have let's see, what's it called? What am I thinking of? So I have the poison, I have the scaling. I think another ability is similar to Slither from Maldumba, because she's a worm, some sort of worm. And what I think it does is that she just slithers forward, and maybe she does like an attack afterwards, maybe like another ability, or she just slithers forward. And then finally, I sadly didn't get to see any other abilities, but as I was scrolling through, I did notice another thing, that she uses a tail to essentially whip people and knock them back. maybe that's another one. So she has 1 defensive, 1 like an invasive maneuver, and 2 damage. So that's what I probably think she can do. And in terms of the ultimate, I have a feeling she grows in size and executes people like Vora, but instead of her actually kind of executing like with the scythe, I think she devours them. Like she just bites them and devours them, and that's it. So I think it's kind of the same as Vora, but instead of her using a scythe, obviously she have a weapon. Her armor is a weapon really, and herself, I think she bites them. So sadly what I said before isn't necessary, but I'm still going to keep that in there. Still going to have my first speculations, and I'm going to change it with my second speculations now after I saw the trailer. But I'm going to be honest, this trailer is really cool. Expect a little edit from me about this trailer because this is just amazing. And when I was looking at it, there is another ability as well, and she kind of throws spikes at people which lashes onto them, and after a delay it explodes. And that confused me because now there's essentially like 5 things she can do. One of them might not be an ability after all. One of them, like the tail whipping people and knocking them back, maybe that's not an ability, maybe something else is. But I have a feeling the spikes, I'm going to show screenshots on the screen, but when she throws like probably spikes at like Lex, which probably killed him sadly, sacrificed himself for his son, which is absolutely sad to see, made me shed a tear almost. That could also be an ability, and so we could have maybe the poison sticking onto people dealing damage over time as an ability. The idea of a scale being front and she kind of ducks her head down to protect herself, so you know she can't get hit. And that was when I believe Lex was going to hit her with his ult, and it literally didn't do no damage. Maybe she gets immunity from it as well, who knows. I'm actually quite interested from it. But yeah, that's all I had to say, to be honest. I feel like I did cover Yagorath probably. Maybe I got it all down, who knows. I'm actually quite interested. And imagine if she could summon Vora as well as a little passive maybe. But I think she does have some passive abilities like Vora does. Well, not abilities, sorry, but a passive ability like Vora herself that will allow her a bit of an advantage, mainly because Vora has that passive ability as well, so maybe Yagorath will have as well. I'm sorry about hearing that. But anyways, that's what I've got to say. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. Really sorry for the slight turn of events when I'm talking about something else and I'm talking about this. Bit random, but yeah. Hopefully you're all having a lovely day and you're all ready for Yagorath. I really can't wait for the teaser. I believe the live show should be out in a few days, because this champion is coming out mid battle pass patch. So yeah, have a lovely day everyone, and I'll see you guys all next time with a brand new video. Bye bye.